Nurburgring? Nurburgring. Nurburgring. Okay, this one was a tough one. Nurburgring Sprintstrecke? Sprintstrecke, I think. We got ourselves a 128 856. I hit a point of diminishing returns. I kept trying to do better, but this is like the antithesis of anything that I do well. Like a lot of late apexes. I'm not great with the late apexes. It's all the parts of the Nurburgring VLN layout that I'm not the biggest fan of, and most of my Nurburgring practice has been at something that includes the big tracks. So yeah, not my best showing. We got, like I said, 128 856. Like I said, I'm happy with that. It took me quite a while to get it, so here we'll show you the lap, and then we'll show you what we did to get it. Here we go.
Sector 1 time's okay. Just done a 128.86.
Okay, Nurburgring Sprintstrecke, 128 856. We'll show you how we did it. All right. I don't think I had the best run out of the last corner this time around, but it was our best lap, so we're gonna go with it. So, like on this one, I started, like I had so much trouble, but I started kind of thinking that I needed to coast a little bit more than I was. I was pushing too hard, and that was hurting me. So, our first breaking point is going to be kind of this 150 marker here, a little bit before that. So yeah, start braking. I guess we peak right about the 150. So yeah, we're just trying to get down. We're gonna try and get down to first as we go into this corner here. We're gonna. It's a lot of late apexes, which are tough for me. So yeah, we're just slowing down. Not like we're just kind of holding the same threshold the way through here, and then we're gonna start trailing a little bit as we turn in, and then as we kind of go over this little hump here, we're just gonna let off and coast for a smidge as we dive down here. Just no throttle down into first, and then back, feed some throttle in, not all the way because we are turned the wheel so much, and then as we straighten the wheel out, we're going to feed the rest of the throttle in, and then we're going to zip up over to the right here, and we're going to pop back into second because we were hitting the rev limiter pretty hard. I don't know if you can do that in second. I had trouble when I was trying to do it in second, but yeah. So and then we got up to third pretty quick because those are some short gears, and then we're gonna come off. We're gonna as we hit this little red. So I kind of use the sandy, well, I guess we're on it a little bit before then. The candy stripe part, we're just gonna have like a little ittiest bit of brakes to kind of help us keep tight on this side here. Coast, feed the throttle in, little bit, and then as we straighten out the wheel, rest of the way, we don't want to get our left wheels across this line, so we want to keep it, and then about a car length ahead of where the color change is up here, we're gonna start braking again. Now we gotta turn in tight over on the left here to get the we're gonna keep tight to this corner here because the next corner setup is tough. So we used our brakes. We're holding our brakes and getting the turn in. And then as we're gonna start feeding a little baby bits of throttle in, and then full throttle just for a blip there because we can. And then as we're starting to turn the other direction, we're gonna come off the throttle, coast for a smidge, and then start feeding it in slowly, because again, we've got so much turn in, we can't be full throttle when we've got that much wheel in. And then as we turn the wheel out, this is the direction we want the car to go, so we're okay putting the throttle back down, and we're gonna come over this way and then come back onto the straight line here. All right. next section here, so there's another section where there's two colors, and there's a little bit, okay, it's hard to explain. So there's this bit here where the pave texture changes. I'm in my brain, I'm thinking I lift here and then I brake at the 100, right? Lift and then brake, and we're gonna brake pretty heavy, and then we're gonna trail as we come over through this corner here, and then we're gonna coast for a smidge, or just this slightest input, and then yep, coast, and back on the throttle a little bit, then feed the throttle in once we straighten out the wheel, and we're gonna go over this way, and then we're gonna come back over here. There's a little bit of AstroTurf we can use on the side here where it's green before the grass starts. So we're gonna use that. I'm kind of braking halfway, a quarter of the way past just past the 100, and it's just the minimal amount of braking, and then we're gonna coast a little bit. We're gonna back on the throttle. We're gonna use the throttle to push us to this side, but we're gonna keep a little bit of wheel in so we can get the car straightened out. Then we're gonna come back all the way over here, lift, and just brake a little bit. And I'm trying to brake a little bit before the corner here, so I can be on the throttle as we exit. Probably apex a little later than I do, but like I said, I have trouble getting my brain wrapped around these late apexes. But yeah, we're just gonna feed the throttle in and then full throttle as we straighten out the wheel. And this is just full throttle for this whole section here. And here, I'm thinking lift at the 150 and then brake about halfway in between is what my brain's telling me. So lift, brake, and we are trying to get down to second gear, and we are turning in as like pretty late, as far as like that's what took me a while to get my brain wrapped around all of this, was to turn in later than I had, like originally I wanted to turn in like here or so, but I think right around here is actually where we want to turn in at. We turn in, clip this curb a smidge, and then we're going to clip this curb a smidge. We're on the throttle when we do the second one, so we're coming off. We don't want to be having our brakes when we're doing the first curb. because and let's actually show you the outside of the car here too. We don't want to be on the brakes when we do the first curb, because that will plow us into the curb there. So we want to be either no input or slightly on the throttle. So we're on the throttle there, then we're more on the throttle, kind of lift a little bit, and then back on the throttle as we get out. We'll go back into the cockpit here. Hope that makes sense. So just a little bit of throttle, more throttle, and then I'm lifting just because that's too much speed, or it's too much throttle to be making the rest of the turn there. And then we're back on to full throttle as we come over here, and then we're gonna have to again, a little bit of braking so we can make this this corner here go down to second, and then coast a smidge and back on the throttle. We've got quite a bit of wheel in, but as we bring it out, we're going to go full throttle, and we're just kind of aiming to get our exit point. And then we're there. The rest of it's just full throttle all the way. 128, 856. Well, there it is. To get it, it took me kind of dialing things back a bit even. I was pushing real hard. And like I said, after this lap, I kept pushing, and I hit a wall. Basically, I could not get any quicker. So hopefully throughout the week I'll learn some stuff. Maybe I'll have some insights, and we'll pick up a little bit of pace. I don't imagine it. I think the fast guys are gonna be doing 126s. So we're about 2 seconds off the pace, but you know, it was that bad or worse when we were doing Silverstone, I think. So we've had good ones, we've had bad ones, and we'll see how the races go. And if you want to see how the races go, head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdiamond to watch along live. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see future track guides, where hopefully we'll do a little bit better. And thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. If you've got any hints or tips, comments down below would be appreciated. Until next time, bye.